360-degree reality, sunset beach, I don't need HGTV.
Salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. C'est Tracy and bienvenue sur ma chaîne. I decided to do this video because I feel like anyone who is planning to come to Abidjan or let's say Côte d'Ivoire has to get ready for the most annoying thing and also one of the most popular questions in Abidjan. Tuala monnaie, tuala monnaie, tuala monnaie, tuala monnaie. Let me explain. Every day in Abidjan, since the first time I arrived here, I have been asked this question whenever I go to do any transaction that involves money. If I'm buying anything, if I want to sell something, if I want to pay for anything, in terms of cash, I've always been asked tuala monnaie. For the 2 years that I've been here, I never quite knew why there has always been a problem with change in this city, and I also think maybe the entire country. I'm not sure, I've not been anywhere else other than Abidjan until recently when I met this lady and she explained to me why there's a problem with getting change here in Abidjan. The thing is, it costs more for this country to mint money in coins than it does in notes. So what I was told is that about 8 years back, people just woke up one day and there was no change, and the government never explained like to the people that this is going to happen, hence the shortage of coins in this country. Personally, every time I have a 10,000 CFA with me, which is what you get when you go to withdraw money at the bank, they will most likely give you 10,000 CFA notes. If you're lucky, you're going to get the 5,000 CFA. I know that in Nairobi, we had like an issue where there was also shortage of coins, mostly at the supermarket. But I will assure you the problem back home in Nairobi is not as bad as the one in Abidjan. If I'm planning to leave the house and I realize that I have this, let me tell you, it's the most stressful thing, because then I have to think of how I'm going to break down this 10,000 CFA just for me to get maybe even like 1,000 CFA notes, which is next to impossible, because then I'd have to buy something worth 2,000 for me to remain with 8,000, and that's the best thing that I can get, because at least at the end of it I know I have a 1,000 somewhere, which is still not enough, because the kind of taxes I take, the Woros, they usually charge about 300 CFA. So every time you try to give someone a 1,000 CFA, the taxi driver gets so pissed. Even before you get into the taxi, he will ask you tuala monnaie, and by that, do you have like coins? Especially in the morning, since businesses are starting, nobody, and I mean nobody, has change. Some of the shops haven't even opened yet. The people who usually have change are the ones who sell like credit, and by 7-8 a.m. they're not even open. So it's usually such a big hassle, and it's very stressful. Whenever you think, okay, how am I going to break down this money so that I can get to where I'm going even before the day starts? I have been in situations where I almost got stranded because I didn't have change to pay for taxi. There have been so many instances where I've gone to the supermarket and I had to leave the stuff that I wanted to buy on the counter because they also don't have change. I came to learn that sometimes these people just hoard the change that they have. Since there's a problem, nobody wants to give away all their change maybe in the morning. So usually they have like some coins somewhere below the counter. Even in the taxi, sometimes if you're just adamant and you just stare at the driver like, I don't have change, this is the only money I have. Trust me, this person will always find change somewhere down near the door, or I don't know where they hide the coins. So sometimes you also have to be really tough with them. People here just hoard coins, and I can't even blame them. There's problem everywhere. I've seen other people at the supermarket having to leave their stuff there because there wasn't any change. So it's such a sad situation. The other problem with not having change in this city is now it makes it even hard for you to save money, because let's say you wanted to spend maybe 3,000 in a day, but for you to do that you have to look for change. So it means you end up buying something or paying for something that you hadn't planned for, and then you have to use the rest of the money on your plans for the day, which means you end up spending more than you had budgeted for. So I found it really difficult to even save coins at the end of the day. I had tried to save some coins, but every time I find myself I have like 1,000 note or a 2,000 note, and then I have some coins, I'm thinking, why should I hustle when I have these coins? So I really like it when I'm about to leave the house and I realize that I have like some small money with me in my purse. Like this is a 500 CFA note. I get so overjoyed when I go somewhere, I buy something and the person gives me like maybe 4 of these. It's such an awesome moment, because then you know you are covered for like 2 days and you don't have to keep looking for change. So that's it guys from this video. If you enjoyed it or maybe learned something new, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time,